I'm not sure if I really wanted to share this story, but I think it's time I put it out there. It was January 5th, 2023, and it's a day that still haunts me, the memory fresh as yesterday, sending shivers down my spine each time I dare to recall it. The incident, the fear, the sinister smile, it all started in a place you'd least expect it, a quaint little bed and breakfast in Vermont. I'd booked a stay there, looking for some peace and quiet away from the bustling city life. The place was charming, nestled amidst the snowy landscape. It felt like something out of a Hallmark movie, safe and serene. Things were normal at first. The rooms were comfortable, the owner, Mrs. Harper, was hospitable, and the guests were pleasant, save for one. An old man, who never spoke much, always secluded in a corner, reading his newspaper. His gaunt features and pale skin always bothered me, but it was his smile, an eerie, cold grin that seemed pasted on his face, that truly unsettled me. One night during dinner, I noticed that the old man wasn't in his usual corner. A strange sense of relief washed over me. That was, until I returned to my room. As I pushed the door open, there he was, sitting in the room's armchair, his lips curled up in that unnerving smile. "Sorry for the intrusion," he said, his voice raspy yet calm. "I just wanted to chat." I was frozen, but managed to stutter. What are you doing in my room?" Forgive my manners," he replied, standing up. "Mrs. Harper asked me to check on you. Apparently, some guests have reported strange occurrences. Whispers, shadows, objects moving on their own." My heart pounded. I'd noticed nothing, but the man's words filled me with a sense of dread I couldn't shake. He left soon after, leaving behind a chilling silence. The following nights were restless. I'd wake up to the subtlest of noises, a creak of a floorboard, a faint whisper, a slight movement in the periphery of my vision. The old man's words had stirred a paranoia within me. Every shadow seemed threatening, every sound a ghostly specter. One particular night I was jerked awake by a whisper. My room was bathed in moonlight, yet a corner remained ominously dark. I squinted, heart racing when I saw it. A shadow figure standing there watching me. And then it smiled, a sinister smile, a ghastly mirror of the old man's. I blinked, and it was gone. I shot out of the room, running blindly down the hallway towards Mrs. Harper's quarters. I pounded on her door, gasping for breath, panic-stricken. But as she opened the door, the terror I felt multiplied tenfold. There stood the old man, still wearing that godforsaken smile. I stumbled back, shrieking, but he just shook his head and stepped aside, revealing Mrs. Harper looking worried. "I saw it," I rasped out, pointing towards my room. "In there. The shadow. The smile." She hurried me back to my room, the old man trailing behind. The room, though, was as I had left it. No signs of intrusion, no eerie shadows, nothing. I didn't sleep that night, or the next. I left the bed and breakfast earlier than planned, the eerie smile haunting my dreams. As my cab pulled away, I glanced back, and there he was, the old man, standing on the porch, his lips curled up in that same sinister smile. It's been months since that incident. I'm back in the city, surrounded by people and noise. But every now and then, in the quiet corners of my apartment, I still see it. The shadow figure, the haunting smile. And every time, I remember the old man from the quaint bed and breakfast, and the terrifying words he spoke. I still don't know what I saw, or if I really saw it. All I know is that the memory remains, a horrifying imprint on my mind. It's a chilling reminder of that winter, the sinister smile, and the cold dread that even now refuses to let go.